Ben is CEO of Frank Green, and I think my first impression with both of them was their passion for their business, for their product, and the environment. And so, in talking to them, I couldn't help but get infected by that passion, and they really just wanted to stop the unsustainable production of single-use cups, and said, well, okay, that's great. How are you going to do that? They showed me their cup, and they said, this is going to be the revolution. This is going to be the future, and this is how people are going to buy their coffee from here forward. I said, okay, great. How does that work? So it was all about the cup, and it was all about building not just a reusable cup, but a cool reusable cup. Tom would say an awesome reusable cup. And so, as Tom mentioned earlier, don't want to take too much from them, but the number of patents they have around not just the cup itself, but the design of the cup. And so with that, it was that vision of not just a reusable cup, but again, a cool reusable cup, an awesome reusable cup that they could make payments with. So thought, all right, how do we do that? Worked out how to put a chip into the bottom of these things. Really think the rest is a bit of history, and I think we've got a lot of growth to go. They're already looking at expanding into new markets. We'll work together in Europe and in the UK, and hopefully work together in the US. So a lot of growth right here, but I think again, it's the passion these guys have behind their business. So unfortunately, Ben couldn't be here today. Ben is over in the US, which is actually fortunate for us. He's plugging away, he's selling away each and every day. And so he has created a video for us, so he's going to speak about the business and the cups. And a quick plug for Ben is he was recently just selected as one of the entrepreneurs of the year here in Australia. So great guy, very passionate about his business. Any other questions about Frank Green? Michael and his team are here. They've also got their Frank Green hats on. So over to Ben. Thanks.
I'm Benjamin Young, and I'm the CEO and founder of Frank Green. By 2025, single-use cups in the majority of countries around the world will be banned, just like plastic bags are today. And we found that 65% of people said they would not buy a reusable cup unless it had payments in it. The Internet of Things is not a buzzword anymore. It's actually a reality, as sophisticated consumers expect more from everyday products. Coffee is the most traded micropayment in the world, with at least 3 billion coffees traded per day. And we see this growing at 10% per annum over the next 5 to 10 years. We also see the world's largest coffee brand, Starbucks, incentivizing customers by a whopping 30 pence if they bring their reusable cup and use that to get their coffee. And they also charge customers 5 pence more if they get their coffee in a single-use cup. It's a long-term partnership where we've created a world first by placing an NFC chip or payment chip into the bottom of our reusable products, so people can use them whenever they want and to pay for whatever they want around the world. We've sold tens of thousands of Next Generation reusable cups and bottles. 80% of the people who purchase Frank Green activate a Frank Green Pay account, and 60% of those people use their reusable products on a daily basis. We've also proven that loyal cafe customers spend more money when using payWave, which on average yields 30% more per customer for merchants. Success has been overwhelming. We've spent 5 years and $6 million perfecting the world's best product to make sure that they tick all of our consumers' boxes. And that's super important this day and age. You need to provide consumers with products that actually work for them. They have a fantastic global presence, and they're very strong in the markets that we desire to be strong in. They're also a one-stop shop, and their program management in terms of being able to develop a flexible, agile program work is really flexible. And it's also because of their list of program partners that we can join when we want to build out our program in the future. But to top it all off, and I would say the most important thing, they took the time to understand our consumers' needs so we can put a highly tailored program together that made the most of what the offering was. After the success of Australia, we plan to enter the UK market later this year, and that's to take advantage and capitalise on the highest conversion rates when it comes to cashless payments around the world. That's a great start, but now let's talk about America. The market in cafes is a whopping $70 billion a year, and if we were to only capture 0.05% of the total market, we'd have a $350 to $400 million payments business per annum. And if we secured a branded coffee chain, we would have a huge payments business, max of $1 billion. Well, we're looking forward to connecting and rewarding customers like never before. Imagine a ubiquitous loyalty rewards payments platform that connects with other reward programs such as Flybys to convert unwanted points to Frank Green Pay dollars. Also imagine a merchant coalition that dynamically bids for customers' patronage by offering rewards and inducements. We also have new and disruptive technology, such as the Frank Green Pay Bag, that you can apply to competitor products to make them into payment mechanisms. We'll also extend into other markets like festivals and events to be truly disruptive. The reason why we're so proud of the partnership between EML and Frank Green is because we've already got the platforms in place to capitalise on the increasing size of the payments and big data industry, and we've also got the reusable products market growing exponentially as governments and communities start to ban the use of single-use products around the world.
And as Richard said, Ben can't join us today, but may I welcome Michael on the stage just briefly.
As many of you can see, Ben's passion for his product is second to none. Believe it or not, putting everything aside, the reason people buy this product is primarily its design. And most of you will shake your head when you see it. Most of you, when you leave here today who have never seen it before, will start noticing it in other people's hands. That's a common thing. Like when you buy the car that you thought nobody else had, and then everybody on the street outside has it now. So if you haven't collected your EML cup today already, make sure you do from over there. Inside you will be able to, first you got to download the app, which you've all been told about. There's a QR code in there to scan. And on the bottom of the box, you'll find a voucher for $10, a code. Put that in, and then you can use it at the kiosks outside where all the money goes to charity. So if you don't do it, you should feel guilty. Now, after that, I'll tell you a little story very quickly. I'll be off in just a sec. I went to buy breakfast this morning, and I have a pay cup. And I was down just the cafe out the back here, a little French patisserie. And I went to pay. And I didn't have this, because normally you just show this, and it's no problem, they know where to go. And I actually said, I'd like to pay. And realizing I understood, but she didn't. So she's looking at me going, $9.50, please. I'm like, yeah, I'd just like to pay. And so she's totally confused till I realized, I said, no, I need to make a card payment. So the industry's still shifting. So when we went over to the card payment, she goes, I get that, but I still don't get it. So I walked over to the terminal, and she gave the terminal to me, and I put my cup on it. And it was another 30 seconds before I could finish the transaction, and she told everybody in the shop what just happened. So this is exciting for people. It's what people want to do. It's for those people who are taking the quick run to the gym. It's for those people who are leaving their desk and have left their wallet or the keys, or it's in their bag or whatever. And more importantly, these are actually usable outside of here today. So make sure that when you take it with you today, you realize you can continue to reload. And people don't mind. They're buying their coffees. You can buy anything with it. And in our partnership with EML, we intend to expand beyond cups, other single-use products, and other easy, usable, including digital, payable products. Okay? We'll be here today. Emily, my colleague, will be here, who's kindly wearing the hat, which is impressive. Well done, Emily. And so I'll be here for the Q&A later on today, and I'll give the stage back over. Thanks.